In this video, I'm giving you 7 of the best soccer skills to get past a defender in a game. I'm going to be giving you some that you can use in many different situations, so no matter what's happening in the match, you have something to use. That's coming up next. When I'm busy doing totally legitimate things, I rely on OneFootball to give me all the news stories, fixtures, results, and more from the world of football. Download it for free today. We're going to start off with one of the basics, but it's the step over, and as I've said on this channel many times, this is one of my favorite moves out there because it just works. Using one of your feet to go around the ball, making it look like you're going to go out in that direction, you will then quickly shift onto your other side. You can do double step overs like I did there, but this move is just, it's tried, true, and tested and works in multiple different situations, can be combined. There's so much you can do with a simple step over move. I'm actually doing the Ronaldinho step over here where you touch it with the inside of your foot, then do the step over and then go, and this adds another element to this move. But again, for all players, I really recommend they learn this because it is just so effective and so useful in many different situations. The second move is actually a combo that I wanted to give you that can help you out of a tight spot. And I just call this the L-turn drag combo, where you're going to perform a little L-turn and then drag it back out the other side and hit it with the outside of your foot. Now this might seem complex, but as you can see, it's only 2 very simple moves back to back. The L-turn followed by a drag with your other foot across the body and then hitting it out. Now I personally love this move when you're in a tight spot and you need to really bamboozle the defender, get him on guard, or to really make him stop in his tracks. It's a fantastic move to help you get out of trouble or to tease a defender. Yes, it might look a little flashy, but it can be very, very useful. Now, of course, you're going to need to know how to do the L-turn, and we're actually going to go over that later in this video, and obviously how to drag the ball back, which is the simplest part of this move. But practice this move, getting faster and faster at it each time, because it can help you out in many different situations in your games. Next move I call the Ronaldo Tap, and this is one of my favorite moves because it is so quick and so unpredictable. And as you can see me doing in here, you're going to touch the ball back with the inside of one of your feet and then quickly hit it forward or to the side with the other one. Now again, this is a move that looks very complex, but when you break it down, it's 2 very simple touches just done in succession at speed. So you can actually, mix this move up a little bit. You can hit it out right in front of you. You can hit it out to the side. You can hit it out more to the side. It's really up to you. You can even use this move to stop completely and get a defender to stop in his tracks. There's many different ways you can do this move, but I found that being able to do this quickly is an incredible change of direction skill you can use in order to change directions quickly or completely beat a defender. Like I mentioned earlier, this move is so unpredictable. It's not going to be one a defender expects you to be able to pull off. So if you can learn this one and get really good at it and do it in the way that I'm doing it here on screen, it's going to work. Next move, I just call the Neymar cut. I've also seen Cristiano Ronaldo use this move, but essentially this is also another one that looks fancy, but really isn't too difficult when you break it down. It's essentially a very quick drag across your body followed by a Ronaldo chop. Now, because it's done at speed and because you change directions very quickly, it does look a little complex, but if you really take a look at it in slow motion or you just break down what I'm doing, it's not really that difficult at all. Now, of course, you do need to practice this very often to get it, but this is another really good one I see Neymar use all the time to change directions and stop defenders in their tracks. And I personally used this one many times, and I can attest that it really does work, especially if you drag it across really hard, making it look like you're going to go in that direction. Another great move to put in your arsenal. So next one we're going over is the L-turn. I'm doing this one in a more of a attacking sense, but essentially this involves a drag back and then you're hitting the ball with the inside of your foot. Now you can do this one at a standstill or on the move. At a standstill, it's going to be done a little more defensively usually, while when you're at a move, you can kind of do this in a more unpredictable way, like you see me doing. But I personally like to do this when I want to use it defensively to get away from a defender, to change the angles, to quickly take the ball away from him if he lunges in, And although this one is one of the more simple ones on this list, it probably is one of the most effective as well. It's one of those moves that whenever I play against really good players, they all are able to do it and will actually use it very often just because of how effective it is. And so if I would learn one of the moves I've given you today, this would be the one I would start with. Next move is the reverse elastico, or the Ronaldo elastico, where you're going to take 2 quick touches with the outside of your feet. Now this, I will admit, is a much more advanced move and does take a little more work to get good at, but it can be very useful, especially if you already performed a few other moves in your matches. Now, this one's going to take some feeling out on your part. You essentially need to touch the ball quickly to one side with the outside of your foot, almost kind of scraping the ball as you're moving your foot past it, and then flick it, almost snap it back in the other direction. And there's really not much more instruction I can give you than that, and you really have to kind of slow this down, take a look at it, and then try it for yourself, and understand that this one's a little more advanced and is going to take you some time to get. You've seen Ronaldo use this move to great effect. It's not the main priority of moves you should learn from this list, but it is a nice little fun one you can learn to bamboozle a defender from time to time, so it is worth learning. Next move, guys, we're bringing it back to a simple but tried and tested and true move, which is the La Croqueta. And this is another move that is just going to help you in so many different situations when you get it right. So the idea with this move is to take the ball away from a lunging tackle or from an opponent by touching it or dragging it out to the side, and then quickly taking a touch forward with your other foot. Now, speed and timing are key with this move, and the most important things with this move. If you don't time it right, the defender is going to read what you're doing and then poke the ball away. And if you don't do it quick enough, the defender, even if you kind of have him for a minute, will be able to recover and take the ball from you. So as you can see in this, I'm taking 2 very quick touches around the cone, which would be the outstretched leg of my opponent, or his leg that's furthest from the ball, which is what's going to allow me to beat him. But this is another move that is so crucial for every player to learn. You only have to look at the professional game to see it used very, very often. And if you can do this with proper timing and speed, you're going to beat a lot of defenders. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for this video. That was 7 of the best soccer skills to get past a defender in a game. I wanted to give you a variety of different moves here so that you have a lot of different things you can work on and use in different situations. That's why it wasn't necessarily all one category of moves, and I wanted to give you 7 kind of different ones that can help you out. Anyway, all of these moves are going to work incredibly well, but make sure you're starting with the more simple ones, like the step over, like the La Croqueta at first, and then moving to more of the advanced ones. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning into the video. We'll have some more videos up on the channel very, very soon. Check out the other 2 videos I put up on screen. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.